describe how you answered that question here tonight?
I mean, we're a great program. We have a lot of pride. Ohio State Buckeyes mean something, and I don't know how many games we had to play to get here. All we had to do was play, and we had to win once, and that's really what mattered. And I thought our character showed through.
You mentioned character. You mentioned the gutsy play of a guy named Justin Fields, and even after taking a hit, he said for passing touchdowns, just the play that you had from your QB today.
I can't. I mean, what he means to me, I can't put into words. The amount of time we spend together, for him to come out and play the way he did, after so many people doubted him nationally, he takes a big hit. He looked me in the eye. He's like, "There's no way we're losing this game."
And lastly, Coach, you went from not knowing if you had a season for 5 weeks to being here in a playoff. Describe your emotions right now.
I can't. I'm gonna let them all out when I get in the locker room, but it's been a long season. We're not done yet, though. We still got another game to play.
All right, I appreciate it. Congratulations, Coach.
Thanks.
The most bizarre, unique season. 3 games canceled. They didn't play back-to-back weeks really since early November. Last home game was the Indiana game. They played once in the last 27 days coming in here. They had more than 300 missed practices combined, Kirk, because of all the COVID issues and the lack of continuity. Consistency wasn't there all year, but a complete performance tonight. We'll talk more about it, but let's hear now Justin Fields with Tom Rinaldi.
Thank you very much, Chris. Justin, let's start with something simple. How satisfying is tonight?
I mean, tonight, I really can't explain the feeling. I just want to give all my thanks to God. I mean, without him, I'd be nothing. We'd be nothing. So, yeah, I'm just blessed.
What kind of pain did you have to manage throughout this game after the hit in the second quarter?
Yeah,
Being honest, Justin.
Yeah, that hit really took a toll on me. I mean, my ribs were killing me pretty much all game, but what pushed me through was the love for my brothers. I mean, I would do anything for these guys, so I'm just so proud of everyone.
The fact, Justin, that you lost to this team a year ago, how did that fuel you in this performance tonight?
You know, I think that loss kind of fueled our whole offseason. It really fueled our whole season, so, that loss really pushed us in the offseason even more, so we were just glad to get this opportunity back to be able to play these guys again. And, of course, Clemson's a great team. They played a hard-fought game.
A message to anyone who would suggest that this is the 11th ranked team in the country.
I'm not even going to comment about that. I'm just glad we won.
Well done.
Appreciate it.
Congrats.
It's also been well done by Tom Rinaldi. He is moving on to exciting opportunities with Fox. This is his last assignment with us. Kirk, I know you'd join me and everyone else in the ESPN family wishing Tom well and thanking him for the consistent excellence of his work and the humanity that he's brought to every single story that he's covered for this network. We have more of our post-game coverage. And we'll look ahead, of course, to the championship game. Alabama and Ohio State, January the 11th in Miami. Ohio State, 49-28 here in New Orleans to punch their ticket. Scott Van Pelt.
Thank you, Chris. Welcome to Sports Center from.
Same to you, Scotty. This is the building where Michael Jordan announced himself as a star. Of course, that big shot as a freshman. And the Superdome saluting Ohio State lit up in scarlet and gray. Nice touch. And so the matchup is made. Alabama fully expected to be here. Ohio State winning as an underdog. Of course, the last meeting was right here. We showed you the highlights of that playoff win 6 years ago. They played 3 of the 4 times here. And Alabama the overall edge. We'll talk more about that matchup. But now to the trophy ceremony, our buddy Reese Davis.
Chris, thank you. What a tremendous football game tonight and a tremendous performance by Ohio State. We also want to congratulate Clemson on an outstanding season and a tremendous run to make it to the college football playoff. We'd also like to thank Allstate for its continued support of college football. And now to present the Sugar Bowl Trophy. The Allstate Sugar Bowl Trophy is the president of the Sugar Bowl, Mr. Ralph Capitelli. Ralph?
Thank you. On behalf of the Allstate Sugar Bowl and the college football playoff, congratulations to both of these outstanding teams, not just for their great effort tonight, but for throughout the season. And now, on behalf of the college football playoff semifinal at the All-State Sugar Bowl, I am pleased to present the All-State Sugar Bowl trophy to Coach Ryan Day and the Buckeyes of Ohio State.
Hey, Ryan, that thing is really heavy. Hey, that thing is heavy, Ryan. If we can get... It's going to take Justin Fields and Tuff Borland to help him out. A celebration in scarlet and gray. Ryan, if I can get you to a microphone. As we sit in the scarlet and gray confetti, you told us this morning on College Game Day this team had not played its best game yet. How would you describe what they just did against Clemson out here tonight?
Well, first off, want to give respect to Clemson. They have a great team, and they're a championship team. So to come out here and play the way we did against them was huge. But I think today what it did was it showed our character. It showed the character of this team. They've been through so much this year. I mean, the journey that we've been on to get to right here, we didn't know how many games we'd play, but we knew we had to play our best tonight, and I think we did.
When you think back to the period of time when you weren't sure if this team was going to have this opportunity, and now here it is, you're going to the national championship game. What's the significance of that?
Oh, it's just, again, however many games, so many people doubted us going into this game. And these guys stuck together. They wanted a chance to come back and play. And who would have imagined the journey would have come all the way to right here to play Clemson again in the same game? And to come back and play the way we did, now we got an opportunity to go win the whole thing and maybe write one of the best stories ever in college football history.
And the last time that you took home the All-State Sugar Bowl trophy, Ohio State did win the national championship. Ryan, congratulations on the performance tonight. We had some great performances by Ryan Day's players as well. I think this is no big surprise. Let's start with the offensive MVP of the Sugar Bowl, Justin Fields. Justin, pick up your trophy there, Justin. It's close to you. That's it. That's the one. Justin, when you look at the last play from the Clemson game last year and how that drove you, what impact did that have on your preparation and your performance tonight?
Yeah, I mean, after that loss last year, I think it fueled our whole team in the offseason, workouts throughout practice, fall camp. So I'm just proud of my brothers and proud we got the dub.
How difficult was it for you to stay in the game, keep playing after that huge shot you took?
Yeah, I took a big shot in the first or second quarter, but what really kept me going was my brothers and the love for them. I mean, I do anything for these guys, and I just love them. Just love them.
You guys have talked about rewriting the ending. 6 touchdown passes tonight, but yet still another chapter to be written.
Yeah.
How do you envision the last chapter, the final ending, being rewritten?
I don't know how it's going to end, but I do know one thing, that we're going to go out there and play our butts off, play our hardest, so, yeah.
Justin, congratulations. Just a remarkable performance. One of the best in Sugar Bowl history, one of the best in the storied history of Ohio State. Now look, the offense was spectacular, but so too was the defense, and really limiting Clemson, harassing Trevor Lawrence. And the defensive MVP of the game is Tuff Borland. Tuff, pick up your trophy over here too. We got hardware. Tuff, what was the significance of holding Clemson, shutting them down in the running game, about 2 yards per carry tonight?
Yeah, give Clemson all the credit. They're a great team, great players. We knew we were going to have our work cut out for us. Credit our guys. Defensive line to the back end, everyone played their butts off, and it was a full team effort.
We've talked about this a lot over the course of the season. How would you describe the journey, the path of not knowing if there was going to be a season to now headed to the national championship game?
Yeah, ups and downs, a roller coaster every year, so much adversity. But these guys have always, stayed with it. I'm just so proud to be a part of this team. I'm so blessed, and I'm excited for the opportunity to compete for the national championship.
What a remarkable performance it was. Tuff, Justin, Ryan, everybody associated with Ohio State. Congratulations on just a remarkable performance. We also want to thank everybody from Allstate. I want to thank people from the city of New Orleans, Mercedes-Benz Superdome, all of the organizers and volunteers it takes to put on an event like this. Thank all of you for supporting the college football playoff and the All-State Sugar Bowl. Chris, we'll kick it back to you now.
Now, Reese, thank you. The story of every team in this craziest of seasons involved adversity. Ohio State had its own particular kind, and they answered the critics and the skeptics tonight in a resounding fashion. And the matchup is now made for Miami, Alabama, and Ohio State. And the Buckeyes have conquered one of the top franchises of the sport in emphatic fashion. And now the other massively successful franchise awaits, and that is a green Gatorade upside the face of Ryan Day. He'll take it. By the way, the silver-haired senior citizen who was laying flat on the carpet here, making a snow angel in the confetti, was Kerry Combs, the defensive coordinator. And as Reese said, you give a ton of credit to Fields, a performance for the ages, but the credit is shared for that Ohio State defense. And this is fitting. It took a team to raise that heavy trophy tonight, and it took everyone, all three phases tonight, to get the job done for the Buckeyes. Kirk, your perspective, watching from afar and doing a great job from Nashville tonight.
Well, this is a team, again, that came in with an attitude. It's incredible in college football when you have an entire team that feels a sense of disrespect, a sense of frustration. And I think they used a game from last year as motivation to get ready. Olave had that last play. He talked about that this week with us. You could talk about Justin Fields, the defense. Everybody had a reason to show up laser focused and to go out and play together as a group. And when you have that in college football, it's a great equalizer. And in tonight's case, it was a difference in the game. I thought Ohio State out-executed Clemson in all phases and just played more physical and more athletic. And that second quarter is a difference in a game. It was 14-14 at the end of the first quarter. Ohio State scored 21 unanswered in that second quarter to build a 35-14 lead at the half.
Yeah, and a city famous for the French Quarter. You're right, it's the second quarter that Ohio State fans will never forget. Here were 21's at edge in that frame. And, you know, the mantra was, you don't believe in us, you don't think we belong, we'll show you. Doubt us, but we still got plenty of dudes. And they showed that tonight. Let's go to Scott Van Pelt back in the studio.